Authoritarianism is in general decline throughout the world. In China, too, the era of emperors and overlords is on the way out. The time is arriving everywhere for citizens to be masters of states. For China, the path that leads out of our current predicament is to divest ourselves of the authoritarian notion of reliance on an enlightened overlord or an honest official, and to turn instead toward a system of liberties, democracy, and the rule of law, and toward fostering the consciousness of modern citizens who see rights as fundamental and participation as a duty. Accordingly, and in a spirit of this duty, as responsible and constructive citizens, we offer the following recommendations on national governance, citizens' rights, and social development. Number 1, a new constitution. We should recast our present constitution, rescinding its provisions that contradict the principle of sovereignty that resides within the people, and turning it into a document that genuinely guarantees human rights, authorizes the exercise of public power, and serves as the legal underpinning of Chinese democratization. The Constitution must be the highest law in the land, beyond violation by any individual, group, or political party. Number 2, separation of powers. We should construct a modern government in which the separation of legal, judicial, and executive power is guaranteed. We need an administrative law that defines the scope of government, responsibility, and prevents abuse of administrative power. Government should be responsible to taxpayers. Division of power between provincial governments and the central government should adhere to the principle that central powers are only those specifically granted by the Constitution, and that all other powers belong to the local governments. Number 3, legislative democracy. Members of legislative bodies at all levels should be chosen by direct election, and legislative democracy should observe just and impartial principles. Number 4, independent judiciary. The rule of law must be above the interests of any particular political party, and judges must be independent. We need to establish a constitutional Supreme Court and institute procedures for constitutional review. As soon as possible, we should abolish all of the committees on political and legal affairs that now allow Communist Party officials at every level to decide politically sensitive cases in advance and out of court. We should strictly forbid the use of public offices for private purposes. Number 5, public control of public servants. The military should be made answerable to the national government, not to a political party, and should be made more professional. Military personnel should swear allegiance to the Constitution and remain nonpartisan. Political party organizations must be prohibited in the military. All public officials, including police, should serve as nonpartisans, and the current practice of favoring one political party in the hiring of public servants must end. Number 6, guarantee of human rights. There must be strict guarantees of human rights and respect for human dignity. There should be a Human Rights Committee responsible to the highest legislative body that will prevent the government from abusing public power in violation of human rights. A democratic and constitutional China especially must guarantee the personal freedom of citizens. No one should suffer illegal arrest, detention, arraignment, interrogation, or punishment. The system of re-education through labor must be abolished. Election of public officials. There should be a comprehensive system of democratic elections based on one person, one vote. The direct election of administrative heads at the levels of county, city, province, and nation should be systematically implemented. The rights to hold periodic free elections and to participate in them as a citizen are inalienable. rural-urban equality. The two-tier household registry system must be abolished. This system favors urban residents and harms rural residents. We should establish instead a system that gives every citizen the same constitutional rights and the same freedom to choose where to live. Freedom to form groups. The right of citizens to form groups must be guaranteed. The current system for registering non-government groups, which requires a group to be approved, should be replaced by a system in which groups simply register themselves. The formation of political parties should be governed by the Constitution and the laws, which means that we must abolish the special privilege of one party to monopolize power and must guarantee principles of free and fair competition among political parties. Freedom to assemble. The Constitution provides that peaceful assembly, demonstration, protest, and freedom of expression are fundamental rights of a citizen. The ruling party and the government must not be permitted to subject these to illegal interference or unconstitutional obstruction.